game now is kind of like its own tournament game.
Yep.
And here you've got two big games coming up, starting with the East Division leader. You guys want to continue to take those steps. It kind of starts there this weekend.
Yeah, see, and you just made the biggest turnover. You said two big games. You got one big game, one at a time. We got one big game. We got this weekend. Every game's big. You know, the game Sunday against UTSA was big. We're just at a point where we've got to stay focused on not just the game, but the quarter, the minute, the possession, and do our best to play through some of our mistakes that we make, and just keep playing hard. And that's what this bunch does. And so we've got a great rematch this weekend. And so I know Charlotte's coming off of losing the game to Middle by a point, so they're going to be super motivated. Not if they weren't already, but so are we.
Coach, you've had a couple games now without Maya. How much have you seen the other girls just step up completely in their absence?
And that's where we are. We're just trying to fill in all those little areas where Maya was impactful, and they are. They're just filling in. They're all stepping up in different ways. I mean, we had Hope Savori, Teresa Faustino, Jenna Walker. They all kind of stepped up in different areas, and even, you know, there's some times you see some other lineups that we haven't had often throughout the season, and so we're filling that in, and that's what this team does. That's why we've played 12 since day one.
Look on the other side of that, you know, without Maya, what kind of growing pains have you seen, like, you know, the FAU game where that was OT, you know, what was happening there, and, you know, what do you guys learn from that and taking with you to Charlotte this week?
I think at FAU we had some nerves, maybe even a little bit of nerves at UTSA's, and some different roles, different expectations, and so we didn't play as comfortably as we would have otherwise. And then we're just kind of settling in. We're kind of redefining ourselves a little bit. So we'll get there. I mean, every day this team's gotten better every week in practice, and they're continuing now, partly because of Maya's injury. We're continuing to learn and grow and evolve a little bit right now as we get down the trailing part of this season.
You mentioned motivation. I mean, the Charlotte game here, and it was so quick. You know, 2 weeks ago, we're talking about. You think that's fresh, still kind of in your kids' minds of you know, the way it ended and kind of like to, you know, make amends for that?
I think they're frustrated that we didn't close that one out better than we did. I don't know that it's still on their mind. I mean, that's why we played well against Old Dominion the day after that. So the next day after that, they got refocused. They moved on, and so I don't know. I think it's still there. They're still aware of it, but that's probably not the motivation. The motivation is to be our best, to play our best, and so that's why they practice hard. That's why they play hard together. That's why they study film. That's why they shoot extra shots. That's why they come in and shoot free throws, so we can be the best that we can be.
Coach, yesterday, of course, Coach Sanford was named to the Hall of Fame. What was your reaction to that?
Finally. It's just, he deserves it, and we're all proud to be part of this, largely in part because of Coach Sanford and all the players and coaches that he had here and the tradition that he built here. And so we're just, you know, I'm thrilled to call him a friend, call him, you know, a fan, a supporter. He's here at games, he follows games, he texts me, you know, time to time, and so, you know, that's an honor. And so I'm thrilled for him. I was disappointed last time when he didn't get in, so I think it's like Todd Stewart said, it's well deserved and long overdue.
What do you think this means for the program too in general to finally have this happen?
Yeah, how many programs in the country have coaches in the Hall of Fame? I don't know, but I'm guessing not very many. And so I think that puts him in a obviously a special group, and he's just been impactful here, building a tradition of winning, an expectation to win, and really kind of laying the groundwork of the foundation for such a great, rich tradition in women's basketball. And I think we're still, Lillian, are we like 15th all-time? 13th all-time wins. That takes, I mean, that's a lot of years. And that's because of what Coach Sanford built.
it's almost fitting that, you know, he got the honor just weeks after he was here with, you know, your girls being honored at halftime against FIU, but it's almost fitting that everything just kind of came together like that.
You talking about when they had the national championship team, the team that went that's played in the national championship game? Yeah, again, I know I repeat myself, but I think it's just because of the tradition that he created. He kind of built this thing, and we're all trying to uphold a standard and of winning, of just being successful and competing at a high level, and not complaining or using excuses, but just finding a way to persevere, a way to be successful. And we're thrilled to have Coach Sanford as part of this program still to this day. And wish he was at every practice. I tease him every time I see him, like, when are you coming to practice, Coach? And so he's got a few other things, you know, miss a vet and some things to do, but he's still an active part of Western Kentucky.
Going back to mine for a second, I saw on social media Mira put a picture of her knee brace that had the number 5 on it. Are other players on the team wearing knee braces with the number 5? And if so, how did that idea kind of start? You know, what's that been like for the team motivation-wise?
Well, I thought they were putting them on their shoe. Maybe they didn't they had some 5s, but it was just a way of recognizing Maya, and you know, letting everybody know that she's still part of this team. She's still on the court. She's still having an impact, and she is actually minutes from getting out of surgery right now. And so as soon as we finish here, I'm jumping in my truck and I'm going down to check on her. So. You know, we wish her luck, and we know she's going to get back. She's going to be better than ever. But she's still a very important part of this team. She still travels with this team. She's still in practice. We had a free throw competition. What day was that? I don't remember what day it was. Saturday. We had a free throw competition. And Maya's was before surgery, obviously. And so she could still shoot free throws. Guess who won? Yeah, so I told her, I said, honey, I don't know if that's good or bad. That's awesome that you can win the free throw competition, but you can't play in games. I need somebody that's going to be in a game to win that free throw. But so she's still very actively involved in the success of this team.
You also mentioned Sunday, the way the schedule sets up the rest of the way. You're against all the leaders in the East. How much do you feel this is going to be a good barometer for you guys to see where you are as you hit this stretch before you get to the postseason?
I mean, we've kind of been facing that test all season. You know, each game, we've kind of been trying to prove ourselves since the first game of conference play, and I think we're just still in that mode. Yes, we're facing all the top teams in the East, and they're facing us too. So we'll tip it up.